to help the team out.
So from that, are you saying that you actually look forward to being in a position like that?
Yes, yes, I am. I would have to be ready for anything that comes at me.
Hey, that's good stuff. Some people, they don't view kicker as really a vital part of the team. But I mean, I've even watched a lot of games myself where you really need the kicker to come through for you in a big way. And I often wonder, coach, sometimes when a big game is close like that and it all comes down on the kicker, that that kick is either going to solidify the win or send it into overtime or something like that. So I mean, from your standpoint, how important do you view a kicker?
Oh, they're just as important as anybody else. Definitely important. I'm glad we got this one that's sitting beside me. He could be as good as anybody that I've ever coached. He's got a strong leg, and he's competitive. He missed a field goal earlier in the year. I went and told him on Monday. I said, "Man, I saw you when you missed that field goal." I said, "I'm proud of you." And he just kind of looked at me. I said, "I saw you kind of slap your thigh where your hand and kind of stomp your foot a little bit." I said, it matters to you, and he's a competitive kid. He plays soccer, and he's a tremendous soccer player. But it matters to Jason, and he wants us to do well. And he's a great young man. I'm glad he's on our team.
That's good stuff. And when you say when it matters to a player, that really is important because sometimes I watch a ball game, especially professional ball games, and I see a kicker miss a field goal, and when I see the kicker not show any emotion after missing a kick, I'm like do they really care?
Right.
Especially on a professional level, because at that point there's money involved. But on different levels, when you see that and that it really matters, I mean that's a good trait to see in any ball player. But also another important thing is to also make sure that the player doesn't get too down on themselves, because that can really affect him as well. But as coaches highly, as you talk about Jason, and highly as you've been talking about him, since he joined the team. I mean, you really have good kicking. I mean, Jason, the kicks that I've seen you make this year, I think, man, you really have a leg. I mean, some of the field goals that I've seen him kick. I mean, even after they passed the uprights, they still got 10 more yards, 20 more yards to go on them. So I mean, that really shows you have a good leg. So Jason, let's go back 2 weeks where you put up very impressive stats versus South Jones. You had 12 points on 2 field goals, a 30 and 47 yarder, and 6 for 6 on extra points. Now, a performance like that doesn't come without good training. Talk about your training and what you work on with the coaches, the mechanics that go into proper holding, and as well as communication with the holder. And just talk about the whole process in a nutshell, if you will.
Well, I had coaches that really supported me while I kicked, and my holder and the snapper. There's many people that could have done that, but there's just one, and I really appreciate them. The offense in general, them scoring makes me the field goals or PATs, and yeah.
You think about it, that stuff really is a process. I mean, people think you just get out there and you just kick a ball. There's really more to it when you really look at it, because I mean, all of it is it's a system. To me, it's like a car. I mean, you need a whole bunch of components to operate a car. I mean, it has to be a good communication from the snapper to the holder and the kicker, and it has to be a good line of communication, because I mean, if the snapper doesn't get his job right, then the holder's not going to be a little slow on getting the ball.
That's right. That's correct. We use 2 or 3 guys, and just because one guy may have better hands or what have you, but there's an art to catching that ball, putting it on the tee, and there's an art to snapping. And you can watch the kickers and tell which ones that they like best. Which one puts them in the best comfort zone, and that's who you go with. The guys that can get the ball and get it on the tee, and it's a tremendous amount of pressure on those guys that people don't see. It's kind of like a fireman. We don't call on you every day, but when we call on you, we need you. And nobody ever sees the snapper. Nobody ever sees the holder. The kicker, they only look at him when he misses. But what he did against South in the last couple of weeks, like I said, he's getting better. He's just a 10th grader. He's getting better and better. So it is a process, and like I said again, I'm proud he's on our team.
Exactly, Coach. Well, that brings us to the end of the broadcast, brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC. And a huge thank you to our broadcast sponsors, Southeastern Baptist College in Laurel, and Flicker's Tax Service in Taylorsville, and Keys Automotive in Laurel. And a special thank you to Walker's Dairy Bar for welcoming the broadcast every Tuesday. And thanks to all you listeners. And don't forget to log on Friday as I'll be broadcasting live from the jungle as the Tigers get ready to take on the Forest County Aggies. And once again, I'm Kensley Keys, the voice of the Northeast Jones Tigers, signing off, and God bless. This broadcast is brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC, and fueled by the following.
Flicker's Tax Service. With tax season just around the corner, visit Flicker's Tax Service in Taylorsville, Mississippi, providing expert knowledge on all returns from 1040 EZs to corporations as well as payroll. Flicker's Tax Service. Call 601-785-6900. Southeastern Baptist College, empowering students to reach their spiritual, academic, and athletic potential. Discover the difference at your hometown college. Southeastern Baptist College, equipping the saints.
Having AC issues? Does your vehicle no longer drive like new? Head on over to Keys Automotive in Laurel. Keys Automotive specializes in repairing foreign and domestic vehicles. Keys Automotive, located at 623 Arco Lane in Laurel, or call Charles Keys at 601-649-0517.